Alright, so what I'm bringing you today is my J. Stevens Arms and Tool Company, Model 65, Little Krag. The Little Krag was produced between 1903 and 1910, and the production numbers for this rifle are also unknown. The Little Krag sported a walnut stock, a 20-inch barrel, a script-style trigger guard, and a rubberized butt plate. It also had some very unique sights for it for the time. There was no other producer out there that produced a rear peep sight like this for any of their rifles, and this is the only one Stevens ever did it on. This is a scarce rifle, according to all the literature out there. I searched for this particular one. It's the favorite of the two complete rifles that I have. I searched for this for a while, and prior to finding this one, I purchased bits and pieces. I was thinking I'm going to have to piecemeal this rifle together. And then I found this one and liberated it from the state of California. And since found a second one, and I've got enough parts to produce a third, close to a fourth, except I'm missing the bolt body to make 4 complete ones. Kind of a hoarder on scarce stuff, I guess. Other things I can talk about with it are that the way that the extractor works is kind of unique on this, and there is a very neat video from about 7 years out there that a gentleman did where he demonstrates how the extractor on this works with this, helicoil or coil style spring, and how when you pull that back and then it releases and actuates the ejection here on the inside of it. That is the earlier model of how these were produced. As they were produced later on, they were produced with a flat spring style with an ejector that rode internal to the belt, or the bolt, and the ejector nub or arm came up under there, but it all rode on this flat spring right here that is probably not even going to be possible to be seen, but if you can. And then that's what pushed back up on it and ejected the brass out after you'd fired the cartridge. This particular rifle is of the flat stock style, so it is a later in the early 1900s model, where this rifle is the earlier one, and I am in the process of refinishing the stock on this because it was horrendous. So that's about all I got to say about it. I will show some close-ups and some more information with it. Oh, I guess I can tell you a couple other things. I have advertising and stuff that I get a lot of my information from, or try to gather my facts about. I have some advertising from a 1905 Gray and Dudley hardware store magazine or catalog, and in that catalog they list this rifle in 1905 for $5. On the next page over, you could buy a Winchester 1902 for $3.50, and I'll put that up here so you can see it. So pretty cool. We'll take it to the range and show you what I think of it out there. Alright, so I made it out to the range here, and I have taken a few shots already, and I've been having issues with the extractor. The flat spring is a little weak on this. It's been a while since I've shot it, so I'm having to use a knife most of the time to extract the spent case. But anyway, put a little on video so you can see it shoot. Really quite tight too. Started to extract, didn't pull it all the way out. Started to extract as well. Couple more. Okay, so I said I'd give a close-up look at this here also. It's always better to do this outside where the light's a lot better. That is what the front sight post looks like. Working down the barrel, you're going to notice that it is obviously stamped, manufactured by J. Stevens Arms and Tool Company, Little Krag 22 long rifle. There is that very unique to this rifle and this rifle only rear peep sight. And it is kind of cool because if you look at it, how it actually leans backwards towards the breech end here a little bit. Something else to notice or point out here is that it had some cracks in it at some point, but someone did a really good job at some point of, gluing and brass pinning that all back together. It's been perfect the time that I've owned it. A little bit better close-up look of the chamber area and that extractor. So yeah. Oh, and yeah, something I didn't mention previously here either is this was the first and only attempt in the early years of the boys rifles at a bolt action. If you think back to the crack shots, the favorites, the little scouts, the juniors, the Maynard Junior, all those were a rolling block or a tilting style action. This was the only little boys or youth rifle that they produced until the 30s that was a bolt action. So there you go.